Hey guys, welcome back to my channel at EbonyJasmin. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to me and what I got going on. And to my returning subscribers, my OGs, thank you also so much for being here and continuing to support me and my channel and everything I got going on. If you're one of my old OG subscribers, you know that it's been a hot minute since I've posted any sort of video or update. It's been about 4 going on 5 months. I'm very, very sorry about that, you guys. School started getting a little crazy, class picked up. I had personal things going on I had to deal with. It just got a little crazy, you know, quarantine, being locked up. Not locked up, like literally. The Air Force doesn't lock you up, although it kind of feels like it sometimes. Anyways, hopefully now we're gonna be on more of a consistent schedule, posting, updating you guys, letting you know what's going on, letting you know how I'm doing, hearing from you guys, answering questions, giving information, all that great stuff. So this video today is just gonna be kind of a general update on just everything that's been going on, how tech school's going, everything like that. I just wanted to give a quick little update on the plans I have for my channel moving forward. So right now, my content has been heavily geared towards military and Air Force specifically, just giving information that I have so far as an airman, world's greatest Air Force. But moving forward, I run my own small business. It's called Queendom Collection. It is a beauty and lifestyle brand. I'm going to start kind of showing a little bit more of that sort of lifestyle, just being a small business owner while being in the Air Force. I mean, it's not easy, but I definitely feel like it's something that can benefit people out there. I'm planning to take my channel on more of like a lifestyle, beauty, military, like fused together, just everything that I do. I just kind of want to, you know, show more of the other stuff. So it's not going to be so heavily military related. You guys can look forward to seeing more of what else I do in my life. I plan to do vlogs. I plan to show me making products, beauty stuff, like tips on hair and like what I do to like, you know, my hair and things like that. I'm pretty excited. So if you're interested to learn more, get an update, see how I'm doing, then stay tuned. All right, guys. So the last video I posted, I believe, was a dorm tour. So I showed you guys like how I was living, and then there was a plot twist in the middle of that. My roommate moved out, so then I moved sides of the room. Go tune into that video if you haven't watched it already. But the update on that is I'm actually in a different building and a new dorm now. I will post a follow-up video at a later date giving an updated dorm tour. So be on the lookout for that. Second update, very, very big update. So as most of you know, I am a linguist in the Air Force. I'm studying to be a Cryptologic Language Analyst, Linguist, just if you don't want to be fancy. And I am in a modern standard Arabic course. That is my assigned language, is Arabic, which is 64 weeks. For those who don't want to do the math, it's like a year and some change. I don't want to do the math either. We're going to estimate a year and about 3-4 months, I think. So I am officially past the halfway mark of that course, which is a really, really big deal because usually people who don't make it are pretty much out before we get to this stage. So if you make it to this point, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna make it to the end. So I am currently in week, 39? Going into the week 39 out of 64, something like that. So I'm past the halfway mark. This week I actually had 2 really big tests. I had a unit test and then I had like a ICPT test, which you guys don't know what that is, but it's like another really, really major test, which tests like your reading and your listening and your speaking, all that great stuff. So I just finished both of those. So these past 2 weeks have literally been extremely stressful and extremely overwhelming. But it's Friday. I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but right now it's Friday. I finished both of those tests. I felt decently good about them, so fingers crossed, we'll see when I get my results back. But yeah, third exciting update, I am now getting ready to go on my class break. So we have a week and a half scheduled in the middle-ish of our course. Every course is different, but around the middle of the course, you have a class break for about a week and a half where you can leave, travel, go back home, go visit, whatever you want to do, not worry about your language at all for the most part for that whole week. And mine is coming up. So what's exciting is right before this, there was a travel ban that my base here at the Air Force for technical training had a ban on like traveling, you know, outside of tech school. Like we were just like stuck here. So that travel ban recently got lifted like a month or so ago, or maybe a couple of weeks ago, close to a month, roughly somewhere around there. It got lifted very, very recently. So it got lifted right on time for my class and for me to be able to actually take our class break and actually like travel and go home and enjoy it. So everyone else, they still got their class break, but they weren't allowed to leave like Monterey. So like they got a break for a week from class, but they weren't actually able to travel. So we lucked up. It happened right on time. Like our class break was scheduled perfectly. So I am packing up my stuff. I'm getting ready to go back home to Northern Virginia. That is home for me. It's Friday. I'll be leaving tomorrow morning, Saturday, October 10th, and I'll be coming back next Saturday. So I'll be there exactly a week. I'm very excited about that. Just to be away from Arabic, just to get out of here and just have a change of scenery and environment and just kind of be back in my element with like my people, my friends, and you know, people closest to me and things like that. So I'm very excited about that. I'm getting ready to head out and I'm not looking back until I gotta come back in a week. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty exciting. As far as how it's going here in tech school with, you know, COVID and the restrictions and just being in a training environment, they are starting to lift a lot of the initial restrictions and precautions that they had on us. So they've brought back overnight stays. So before we could submit like a request, stay overnight on the weekend somewhere, and you just have to document it so that you wouldn't have to be back like for curfew and things like that. So they brought those back. I think they've actually raised our curfews. So before they like brought everyone back down to like a 10 o'clock curfew, like 7 days a week. So that kind of sucked. But now I think they've changed that back to, I think, midnight, I think now. Still not back to 100% how it used to be, because for phase 3, like what I am, there really is no curfew at all. But whatever, it's fine. We're slowly starting to get back to like, you know, normalcy. So with that, they're also bringing back a lot more of our like strict military like activities and things. So like having to, you know, do drill practice and marching and things like that. They're starting to bring all that back because they don't want us to get too far removed from the military aspect, just because of how COVID is affecting us right now. Because we are still in the military, we are still expected to, you know, adhere to standards and hold ourselves, you know, to that high standard. So they're starting to just make sure that we are still ready to go for when everything gets back to how it was before. So class is still going well. Like I said, I'm past the halfway mark now in week 39 out of 64. So now we just finished up 2 major tests in like a big section of the curriculum. So now we're going on our class break, and then when we come back, I think it's gonna be kind of like a regroup, refresh, and like knock out the rest of it. So there's 3 semesters in my course. I'm done with semester 1. I'm in semester 2 right now, and I'm about, I think, close to halfway in semester 2. I'm not really sure exactly, but I'm in semester 2. I've been in it for a few weeks now. So after that will be semester 3, which I believe starts after we get back from Exodus. So yeah, let me get into Exodus. Exodus is like holiday block leave. That is when we get a 2-week break to go home for Christmas and New Year's. So before, a couple months ago, we had no idea if Exodus was gonna be a thing, because they shut everything down. Nobody was leaving to go anywhere. So now it's sounding like we are approved for Exodus. We are actually approved for Exodus, but things could still change, obviously, but hopefully that won't be the case. So for Exodus, the dates are December 17th to January 3rd. That is our holiday block leave. We get to go home for the holidays, visit our friends and family, and then of course come back to DLI and keep learning and keep training and being in the Air Force. You know, it's great. But yeah, so I am planning to also take that break and hopefully go home, or I don't know, do something away from here is my plan as of right now. After that, when I come back from Exodus in January, I'll be in semester 3, and it'll be not smooth sailing, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say it's gonna be smooth sailing from there. No, Arabic is never smooth sailing, but it'll be like a downhill stretch from there. That's a better way to put it, because I graduate here in May 14th. Mark your calendars. And then I will go off to Goodfellow, which is in Texas. It's another Air Force base. And that's where I'll do the second part of my training, the second and final part of my 2-ish year training to be a linguist in the world's greatest Air Force. It's amazing. I'm just being funny, it is amazing. But it's just, the training is just so long for us. And it kind of sucks because people I went to basic training with and like other, airmen I know, like they're already out of tech school, they're operational, they're in the actual Air Force. Not that I'm not in the actual Air Force, but I'm still in training. So it's just like, dang, this training is so freaking long. But it's long for a reason. Our jobs are very complex and they're very demanding. So, I mean, it's understandable. But yeah, so then I'll go to the second part of my training in Goodfellow, which is like actually tying in the intelligence and analysis side of this job. We don't know much about how that training actually is, just because it's so like classified. Sorry, I went blank. I was trying to think of the word. It's like so classified, so like you don't really know much about it until I guess you get there. But yeah, so that'll be what I will be doing after I graduate here in May. It's been flying by so far, so I just hope it continues to fly by. And I'm pretty excited. So yeah, that is pretty much a quick gist of how things are going for me, any major updates I can think of. That's pretty much what's going on. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you're washing your hands, wearing your masks, please. I hope you're registered to vote for the upcoming election. It's extremely important that you go out and exercise your right to vote. I will be voting for sure. That's another update. I actually had an absentee ballot because I am obviously living in California, but I'm registered to vote in Virginia. But now, since I'm able to go home, I originally got the absentee ballot because I didn't think, obviously, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to go home for class break, so I'm gonna need it. But now that I'm actually able to go home for class break, I'm thinking I'm going to try to vote while I'm in Virginia, just so I don't have to go through the hassle of filling out the absentee ballot, mailing it, like just, I don't know. I've heard there's a lot of like iffiness, that can possibly go on with that. So if I can make it easier for myself and just do it more direct and know that, all right, my vote is in, everything is great, give me my little sticker, I'm gonna wear it, everything's great, then I'd rather just go through it that way. I'm gonna try to call the registrars, whatever. Gonna try to call them and see if I can like come in and vote in person, or if I can at least I'll bring my absentee ballot still and maybe like I can fill it out with them. Something, I don't know, just make sure it gets in. So yeah, other than that though, you guys, that's all the updates I have. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and tuning in and listening to my updates and supporting what I got going on. I appreciate you all so much. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video, tell somebody about it. And I will really appreciate that. So yeah, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video.